Is your organization embracing digital transformation? What is digital transformation exactly? And if you're not embracing it, should you? And on the other hand, there are surveys being published on the success of digital transformation. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Kashif Manzoor, and today we are going to talk on our second session on the digital transformation. In a new McKinsey Global Survey on Digital Transformations published in October 2018, Unlocking Success in Digital Transformations mentioned success in these transformations is proving to be elusive. More than 8 in 10 respondents say their organizations have undertaken such efforts in the past 5 years, and success is vague, indefinable. And if we compare this survey with McKinsey's earlier research done during April 2015, has found that fewer than one third of organizational transformations succeed at improving a company's performance and sustaining those gains. Now, if we will look into the latest results, the success rate of digital transformation is even lower. These are alarming statistics, and some of the surveys from different organizations are published in October 2018. So all these are the motives behind of these sessions, and I thought to go back to fundamentals of digital transformation. We had our first session on what is digital transformation, where we have learned basics of digital transformation. You can access the podcast with title What is Digital Transformation? Learning the Basics from otechtalks.tv. And today is our second session on the subject of, the century, digital transformation. Why digital transformation is required, or why we need digital transformation for an organization. Because this is what I thought about it, that when we understand what is digital transformation, now I need to go, okay, why digital transformation is required? Why we need to go to all these hassle and going through all these big projects. And in the initial opening, my some of the notes, which I mentioned it, that even if the companies are going on the digital transformation journeys, the surveys are not sounding good. The responses are not very promising that whoever is following up, they are achieving their results. So that's keeping in mind of, that's again learning and sharing with each other, keeping in focus of all the data is curated from different sources of on the internet. Wherever it's possible, I'm going to mention it in the show notes of otechtalks.tv. And once again, these are all personal thoughts, nothing to do with my current or previous employer, just to make sure. So if we recap the definition of digital transformation, it's the process of shifting your organization from a legacy approach to new ways of working and thinking. This thinking or ways of working can be use of digital, social, mobile, and emerging technologies, which are AI, blockchain, IoT. It involves a change in leadership and the encouragement of innovation, and to explore new business models and an increased use of technology to improve the experience of your organization's employees, customers, suppliers, partners, stakeholders, whoever is touching to an organization, connecting to an organization, to improving the experience of those everybody. Which leads us back to why this is all digital transformation so important and topical. And if we will again go back to the simple question, if your organization is not modernizing, then you will be left behind. And the threat of disruption becomes very, very real nowadays. If you aren't lucky enough to be born in the cloud, which typically companies started in the last 10 years, then chances are you are using legacy software and out of date IT infrastructure. While this itself is not a problem, your competitors now are lean, efficient, and make much better use of their capital and delight their customers by engaging with them across multiple channels. They are delighting their customers by use of all these channels. And as we are seeing in organizations, different all executives in all industries are using digital advances such as IoT, AI, blockchain, analytics, mobility, social media, as well as improving their use of traditional technologies such as ERP to change customer relationships, finance, supply chain processes, and value propositions. So all these are back office where the operations, the business processes are working, they're being targeted or changed. The best companies, those are being called Digerati, combine digital activity with strong leadership to turn digital into transformation. As mentioned by MIT Sloan Management Review, and that is being called digital maturity, where companies are in a different stages of digital maturity, and those that are more mature outperform those that are not. So the Digerati digital activity with strong leadership to turn digital into transformations. That's the key outcome is. And then digital maturity is going into different stages, but that's the Digerati is where we are using digital as an activity or as a business process to transform into that one. And if we shorten or summarize this, why digital transformation is required, it's again going back to three key areas of any organization. One, customer experience. Two, business models. Three, business processes or operational processes. And each of these pillars have different elements that are changing within that one. But what we are seeing, these are new ways to engage with customers, more innovation in the workforce, and more opportunities to harness data insight as just a few of the benefits that digital transformation begins. A study by Cisco estimates that by next year there will be 20.6 billion network devices worldwide. 50% of these will be mobile connected, contributing to a massive 800% growth in mobile data between now and 2020. Now more than ever, even organizations' IT strategies are fundamental to their business strategies. Whatever a company's vision for the future, it must be including digital transformation in order to grow and compete effectively. Digital transformation is constant. In a book, Exponential Organizations by Salim Ismail wrote, any company designed for success in the 20th century is doomed for failure in the 21st. So if we conclude all these opening statements, digital transformation is fundamental rethinking of customer experience, business models, and operations. It's about finding new ways to deliver value, generate revenue, and improve efficiency. And to achieve this one, the companies are using innovative technologies to do it. But going back to customer experience, business models, and operations. These are the three pillars of digital transformation. Now, if we will go one by one to these pillars, which we are learning from a context of why we need digital transformation. So we will go one by one. Customer experience, what is happening nowadays, how we are living nowadays, what the common user or a customer want from a customer experience point of view, what are the business models new are coming, or what are the operational processes what are impacting. So these three leads us to a point where it can answer that, okay, yes, we understand what this digital transformation is and now it is required, why we need in an organization. Let's now get into more details on three pillars of digital transformation till now, which we identified or we got to know: customer experience, business models, and operational processes. That leads to that why we need digital transformation. Let's go to the first one. Everyone expects on demand. It's all about customer experience. So the way the millennials, Z generation, and everyone is looking into the touch points, the interaction with the companies is different source of mediums. Either it's a company's app or their phone or a website visit or anyone automated phone call. This all revolves around digital. So it's mean digital is now at the heart of the consumer's experience with your brand, whatsoever industry you are. That experience needs to be seamless, responsive, and efficient. If it isn't, your customers will abandon you in a heartbeat for the competition. They will straight away close it and they will move to the next, your competition, who is doing something to improve customer experience. Today's customer, internal or external, expect the same kind of experience they have with technology in their personal lives. But for a business, this can be challenging to achieve. We understand, everyone knows it. In fact, according to research by the Consumer Executive Board, CEB, as much as 70% of the buying decision has been made even before talking to a salesperson. So the learning is we need to have more customer understanding and customer touch points to transform so that it become a customer experience the way our consumer, our end user, we want it for ourselves. Two business models which we are operating or will be driven by these digital technologies. Now, before in going into more details of business models, I thought let's go into business model is, definition point of view, is defined by certain characteristics. Those characteristics are value proposition and how it is delivered to the target customers, innovative ways to make money and maximize shareholder value, core competencies and assets needed to create competitive advantage, strategic suppliers and partnership critical to a successful business, external market forces and regulations that could impact the business. So these are the following of the characteristics, some of the characteristics of business model. These business models could be expansion into new industries and markets, where we can see enter and disrupt other industries or markets by leveraging core assets and capabilities, customers, assets, intellectual property rights, etc. Or we can think about where we are getting impact, which is leading us why we need digital transformation, digitization of products and services. Maybe to disrupt entire value chain by rethinking how products and services can be delivered faster and at a lower cost. The way now consumers are accessing the websites on the digital channels and ordering web services, ordering the products on the touch of the button. Anyone need to think about competing as an ecosystem where digital and seamless connections of products and services from several companies to deliver better outcome to the end customer. Or maybe We need to move beyond selling products and services to delivering on measurable business outcomes. The customer pays for business outcome or impact. So these are the circumstances or the scenarios where we need to reinvent the business models. The 1920s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s business models are not going to survive the way this emerging technologies change is happening, the way consumer behaviors are changing, the way we are living in our common life to use these platforms, these social media channels, the similar experience we expect to get from the company. Now, coming to the third point, business or operational processes. As we see, the workplace is changing as businesses deploy new digital tools and technologies, including artificial intelligence, cloud, social, and mobility. Even if someone or some company where you are working, they are not deploying it, they are being impacted due to these technologies. So in that context, any digital transformation strategy need to think about it, how to retool the business or the operational process, which is going to use by the current workforce or the coming workforce or the new generation which they are going to hire as an employee, where we are targeting new talent or adopting technologies to engage employees. This can be of capabilities which will transform business processes and functions and change the way we do business, deliver on promises, and generate value for our customers and for the stakeholders. And how we can delight customers at every touch point of their journey, from product search to order to delivery to post sales service. That's the key learning, key point, I think. It's one of the key statement which we can say that from a business operations or the process point of view, how to delight customers at every touch point of their journey, from product search to order to delivery to post sales service, everything. How we can work information to sense and respond to changes as they occur. They need empowerment as an executives to make smart decisions in real time, leveraging insightful data at their fingertips, not then to just go in the spreadsheet or open the files from the cupboard and then start to find out what was happened last 3-4 years in the company or in this business model. We have to have and work on the data and supercomputing, which is making possible for organizations to provide accurate estimates of current or future behavior. Companies can now move from reactive to proactive ways of managing business and optimizing every process. So that's the way which we need to transform. We need to connect workforce, business partners, and processes in a seamless manner to serve customers better and operate with low friction and costs across the value chain. That concludes to our third point on the business and operational process. So these are some of the points which we learned today, or how to transform or how to work for digital transformation, or how digital transformation is required for any organization, or we can see why we need digital transformation, which we covered what is happening in organizations, what is happening as a globally, whoever followed digital transformation strategies, and what are the basic 3 elements of the pillars of digital transformation, starting from customer experience to operational processes and business models. Those are transforming. and we need to transform to compete with the rest of the world. That's the challenge which is today every organization, you, me, and whoever is in this field is facing it. And that's conclude our second session on the digital transformation. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful days ahead, and feel free to share your feedback, comments on the show notes on otechtalks.tv. You can follow me on the Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn. And I'm very humble to keep receiving you a lot of emails. I try my best to answer each and every email which I got or the message. This is once again to just learn and share from each other. And as of now, this is our topic of digital transformation, which we are gonna learn more, share more on discuss more things on digital transformation, why it is required, what is it, and what are the benefits to us as an employee, what are the benefits to as a consumer, why organizations should go for it, what are the recipes, what are the challenges they are facing, what are the models available in the market, and even the success stories, whoever has done it, what they have achieved it. Once again, thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.